So our topic is how to make CV for odd jobs in Denmark. And we will go through step-by-step guide for internationals. Yes, there is some motivation for all of you that you are still a doctor, just on a different mission for now, because it's very difficult to survive in this, support yourself financially in this expensive country. So, of course, everyone has to do some jobs, but we are not able to find medical jobs. So, we have to struggle in another way for becoming a doctor. So, it's a little bit motivation for you. So, the relevant statistics I would like to share first of all is that is according to OECD, over 40% of foreign trained doctors in Europe work in medical jobs, non-medical jobs in their first year. So you are not alone if you have to work for non-medical jobs, because it's for only small duration, hopefully. And it's not only in Denmark, in Sweden and Germany and other Norway, of course, some people have to do some non-medical jobs in their struggle period. In a 2022 Danish integration survey, 65% of skilled immigrants took temporary jobs outside their field before entering their actual profession. So it's not only the medical professionals who have to skip their profession for some time, rather, there are other professions who have to switch to other professions to earn their money in the Denmark in the starting period. How long should be the your CV? So there are different opinions about it, but the average commonly accepted is a two-page CV is commonly acceptable, and 43% cases who are successful, they contain two-page CV. The other options, three-page CV, and the second option is three-page CV is also acceptable if you have long, extensive experience or your professional life. But one page CV is only 15% successful, and again, the more lengthy CV is also not acceptable. So the best is if you choose your CV is 2%, sorry, two-page CV. It's most acceptable and most successful CV rate. So I have taken these information from my own experience from attending different seminars and videos and online workshops, and also some websites that I have researched. And it is shown here that I searched on hk.dk website, that your CV should be at least maximum of 3 pages, but shorter is better. The most important thing is relevance to the job you are applying for. If your CV is more than one page, include page numbers and structure it clearly. So then says that the shorter is better, because I told you there are different opinions. So according to HK, shorter is better, but the maximum that they allow is 3 pages. So the HK is you can say it's a very big company or labor supporting or skill or professionals supporting company. And CV.dk, it says that length is one page, especially for less experienced professionals or when applying for standard jobs. You can extend to 2 pages if you have more experience or work in specialized field. So they also says one page is best, which is of course shorter is better. And they also suppose that if you have more specialization or more experience in work, you can extend it to 2 pages. So avoid unnecessary details. And the other job index, Dk, which is very famous website for searching jobs and getting information about CV and your job skills. The standard is 1 to 2 pages. Tailor your CV to the job by only including the relevant information. Use a clear structure with bullet points and heading to make to easy to skim. So they suggest that you use bullet point instead of paragraphs and headings to make it easy to read. So overall recommendation, if we summarize from all these websites, that 1 to 2 pages is optimal for most applicants. Up to 3 pages is also acceptable if you have extensive experience or are in a technical specialized profession. Always focus on relevance, clarity, and customization for each job application. So we have finalized that length of CV should be 1 to 2 pages maximum. So starting from your CV, when you look at the job ad, you have to first of all understand the job ad. Carefully read the job posting, identify the key skills and duties listed, and make a list of your own skills and experiences that match the job. It means that when you look at the job ad, you have to imagine in your mind that what actual skills and experiences that is mentioned in job ad you have. So then you make a list of your skills and experiences that match with the job, and you have to mold your CV according to that job ad. Use clear real life examples to demonstrate each skills. So according to this point of my presentation, you have to make the CV according to each job ad. Only those people are more successful who tailor their CV according to each job ad. If you use same CV again and again, and you just forward it, you see a job ad and you just forward it the previous saved CV, it will not work. You have to struggle for each job ad and each job post. So CV format and structure in Denmark. These are very important things because people makes blunders in these structure and formats. So first of all, use a reverse chronological order. I have seen many people, they just, what is reverse chronological order? First, I will tell you that is your most recent experience should come first and your last experience should come in the last. Your past experience, the past most experience should come in the last. So people do like this, that they start their CV from from their first experience in the past, and which is very big mistake. You should write in the CV starting your experience and start with the current or most fresh experience, then previous experience, then that, then down you will write the more previous experience and so on. And keep fonts clean and readable. I have seen some people, they make it more stylish and they add fonts which are not easily readable, cursive writing, and this is not acceptable in CV. They want to see clear and readable font. Use headings, experience, education, skills. This is another thing that I would like to mention, that I have seen some CVs in which they people write just without headings. They just write all the thing like a story, and it looks very inconvenient to read and understand. The CV always use experience, education, skills in headings. Bullet points are more better than long paragraphs. So you should use points and bullet points as your achievements or your experience in rather than long paragraphs. So summary at motivation that you write in the start of your CV, it should be high, because when you write a CV, first of all, there is a small paragraph that describe you, which we call it summary or motivation. It should highlight your competences related to job you are applying for. This first paragraph is very important, and at least you should formulate that paragraph for each job ad. You have to first scan through job ad and then think about that what you can add in your experience, in your motivation, what you can add in summary or motivation according to that job ad. So after all the things discussing, we have to write, of course, our contacts, and it is preferable to write contacts in the side column, and the contact, of course, name would be on the front, but the other detail, it is preferable to write in the side column. And in contact, what will you write? uh, some people write full address. There is no need to write full address. Just mention your city, or you can mention your just main area in which you are living, and write your phone number, email address, and link for your LinkedIn profile. And some people do some people forget to write their email address and phone number, so it is very important you write them. And it's best in Denmark that you add your LinkedIn profile, because these people are very active on LinkedIn, and